Well, you know what they say, when it rains, it pours. A friend of mine, who he and his wife run estate sales, he got a hold of me regarding this little Vornado. I don't know if you call this a Vornado Jr. It's really not. The Vornado Jr. is a little different. But it's very stuck up. Doesn't really spin too much. The Y power cord is just totally cracked and ganked, so that's totally dead, as you'd imagine. And it's a little dirty, some spider webs and whatever. So this one's a mess, as you see. Obviously, I guess this will be an opportunity to take one of these apart. I've been very much avoiding dealing with all the other Vornados. They're so large, but maybe this one will... It's not the same as the other ones anyway, because the problem with the other ones is the power cord runs through the trunnion mount. But nonetheless, I think we'll, try and clean this up a little bit and pull it apart, put new wires on it, see if we can save it. It's ganked all the way up to the head wire here, as you can see. So only option is to deal with it all the way. But what I like about this is it's just this thing. It's not the rounded shape. It's almost like such a cheap version of the fan that they didn't put the rest of the shroud on it. That's the only thing I really like about these. And it's amazing how small it is. It's really unbelievable. I told Jim, I said, man, this is like the keychain version of this fan. So anyway, there's a Vornado. It doesn't have the plastic on the kind of see-through clear on the thing. So kind of interesting. It's not worth saving the cord, so I'm just going to snap it off of there. It shouldn't affect much. And let's flip it over. On the underside, we can see that the paint's actually pretty nice. There's no sticker, but it does tell us there's a serial number stamped on it, a manufacturer, 0.72 amps. Does it say a model? Model number, well, it does. I can't really read it. 142 I don't know, something like that, but it's got the UL actually stamped in there. Pretty cool. So we're missing, okay, check this out. The first notice on this is we're missing the knob for the switch, so that's a little bit of a bummer there. But that's all right. We know that this is, we expect that kind of thing, right? So who knows what we'll do with that. But anyway, that is our deal. Vornado tiny desk fan. Let's clean it up a little bit. All right, just a little wipe down on the old little Vornado guy. And, there's still some paint on it. Motor hasn't cleaned up a little bit okay. A little paint in there. Not so bad, so we'll it just needs to be disassembled and see if there's enough on the motor side to attach a wire to it. If not, it's junk. So that's kind of the deal. Not worried about not having a switch, and it does say Junior. Look at that. Come on, focus, dingus. Vornado Jr. So look at that. So I guess this is a version of that. So there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching. So we'll get to working on that and that and that. So we got a few projects for the spring summer for the fan collection, and that's the deal. So there's other exciting things coming up with the fan channel. So if you guys are checking out the videos here on the Bomb Y'all and digging the fans, keep an eye on the channel. Hit the bell for notifications. I think this last couple years I haven't done much, but clearly there's a little momentum going on the fan tip. Strange, but here we are, So sometimes when it rains, it pours. These came to me. I was not seeking it. This one I bought. The other stuff sort of came to me. So kind of funny how that works. I wish it were bags of money, but unfortunately it's just worthless old fans. But what are you going to do? You take what you get in this life, don't you? So thanks for watching this little Vornado Jr. I kind of like the way these look. Not that I would have bought one on my own, but I like this version that's got the sort of concave area better than the slightly larger rounded shape ones. This must be even a smaller blade than those. I'm not 100% sure. But this thing is definitely cute. So anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry about the creaking noise on the floor. Ha 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 ha. What are you gonna do? Check you later. I got her part way apart. This is much easier, I think, than the larger Vornados. This thing just came right apart. That's going to be a different situation with the bigger ones. The set screw came out, but of course the blades are stuck. We're going to hit it with the Super Juice from Eric down in Jersey. That's an annoying sound, so I won't suggest you too much of that. We'll see next video. I suppose we'll find out if the blades came off and go from there. So that's the deal. Vornado Jr. Pretty interesting. Stay tuned. Next video, my ass. The blades literally slid off. I didn't even need to use the jaws of life. Very dirty as you can see, but let's, fuck it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're going to take the motor off of the Venturi ring, or Vacturi ring, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. But yeah, they slid right off of there. I used a little bit of that spray from Eric. Well, not even a minute, so maybe they would have come off anyway, but I think that stuff, that solid, whatever that stuff is, it looses up any grease. So there you go. Very interesting. Hold on. All right, not for nothing, the blades cleaned up pretty nice. They have a little scoring. Where are we? There's a little scoring and stuff on the edge here on some of these blades. Could have got, you know, a little bit damaged, but otherwise, you know, no terrible rust on the blades. Cleaned up pretty darn nice. So I'll tell you what, guys, this fan is definitely growing on me. All right, let's keep moving. All right, so this is friggin' gross. I can't figure out how the front comes off. So I pulled out the two screws that pull off the back cover, and yikes, dude. Whoa. So that's pretty effing terrible. Not sure even what the fuck I'm looking at here, and it doesn't help us get the cover, the ring off. I'm not sure why. The screws won't come out. It's very strange. So I don't know what to do next exactly, other than split the two and try and to cut the cord here. I didn't really want to do that. I wonder if it matters, you know, green to black or whatever. Not really sure. So anyway, that's where we're at now. Checking it out. All right, so we're having a hard time getting, there you go. There's these front screws on the motor. Two of them came out, one of them isn't. It's just spinning in there because there's not only a washer, but a lock washer. Where are they? A screw, a nut, but a lock washer on the other side. So I probably shouldn't have taken that apart, but we did. So here we are. Got some of that, all that shit cleaned out of there, and not all of it, but some of it. A little questionable wrapping of this stuff here. So what do we do next? I hate these hardened pieces too. Not too cool. So yeah, what's next? We'll have to think about that. Okay, so very strangely, the motor is literally just held in there by pressure, I guess. Because it literally just popped out of there. So I'm gonna go dust it off and dust that out. Retrieve parts. And we're a little closer. Looks like a large 2-pole motor. All right. Well, not large, but compared to what you usually see. All right, here we go. All right, she's pretty blown apart. I got the fan sections cleaned out, cleaned up, dusted the motor off. It'll need to be oiled. We're not pulling the motor apart in any way. Blades are cleaned. The internal venturi is done. Just, you know, we're not painting it or anything. We're just cleaning it up, make it more presentable. I might build a head wire. We're going to take the I'll take the switch part downstairs here and see what it needs, and we might be able to just quickly wire this deal up and see if it runs. So the switch is going to be a big problem, because I don't know what we're going to do about that, but let's see what happens. Thanks for watching. I think this will be the end of this part of this video, but we'll definitely try and get this back together, hopefully running. And it's definitely cleaned up and not so gross, and that's definitely nice. So kind of cool. You know, it's got its wear and rust and stuff. You could see that's clean here. That's just surface rust and paint problems. You know, you can get the grommets for these, as you know, you guys know that. But we're not going to go that far just now. You know, we might find it rattles terribly. Sometimes that's what you end up finding. What's good is that because the engine comes out, it will be easier to put, it won't be such a chore to put this thing back together with the nuts and stuff. Those are back in the case. But if the motor didn't come out, this was going to be a huge problem getting that back on there because it's got nuts on the other side of it. But because we can do that and then put the motor in, I think we'll be okay. So that's going to be the thought on that, and that'll be the plan. I didn't measure any of the wiring. Pretty stupid. I cut that pretty close to, so I can measure that part of it. And I don't know if I'm going to, you know, use these spliced to that, or I might leave the original splices in there. Who knows? I don't know if we'll have room for that inside that little housing. So anyway, I guess I didn't really plan on this, but we're sort of into this little project right now, and then we'll get on to the next one, probably cleaning up this. It doesn't need much, and the windings are all clear. I mean, it's really, I don't think this box fan was used much at all, which works good for us, because then it doesn't need a whole lot. It's hard for you to see, but this thing's pretty clean for what it is. So there we are, Vornado Jr. blown apart, Napoleon blown apart. So we'll get to it. So thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on these little fans. This is honestly, it's growing on me. I didn't think it would. This must be the smallest one they made. But again, I like this shape here of that part. So anyway, pretty cool. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Cheers, y'all. Peace. So it looks like this is a 1-speed fan. You probably already knew that because you know about these. I didn't. And it's just like a cord with the hot side cut open and the switches in between them. For now, we could just bypass the switch, frankly, and even put an inline switch, pick up a cheap inline switch to bypass the switch, which is missing its knob. That's actually, now that I think about it, that's what I might do. So that's a thought. Let me know yours, and we'll see how it comes together. This is going faster than I thought. So we'll see. I might bypass the switch for now until we can find a knob for it. So that's the deal. Check it out. All right. Would the switch be live, guys? Like if I just attach a bolt to this, will it shock you? Does it need to be a plastic switch? Or can you just, is it separated? Do you think this is isolated? Or do you think that brass right there is live? What do you think? Because you wouldn't, you know, I have plenty of little screws and things. We could make a makeshift switch if it wasn't going to shock us. So that's the question. Let me know your thoughts. All right, keep you up on what's going on. I'm doing an extension cord for the cord here. I'm going to bypass the switch because there's no need for it at this point. And I can always put an inline switch if I need to. I'm not going to use the original grommet because this cord will not fit through it. So I have a little rubber slot grommet, and I tied a knot as they did from the factory to keep it from getting pulled through. And now we're going to see if we can splice to the original wire, take these automotive type caps off if possible, and see if we can use the wire that's there. I'm trying to do as little, you know, scorched earth as we can. Just to get it running. So we'll see what happens. I got a little oil in the thing too, motor freed up a little bit. Hopefully as it warms up, if it runs and doesn't blow up on us, we should be all right. All right, we're just pushing through here on this guy. What I'm going to do, I'm changing my mind here. I'm not going to knot the cord in by the motor. I'm going to knot it down here. It'll be locked in, and this is screwed into the thing, and that way it'll at least have a stay. And then I'm going to run this through where it belongs up to the motor. That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm ending up with kind of a short cord, but it's really not going to matter, and we just want to see if this thing runs. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, wrong again. The cord isn't supposed to come out of there. I couldn't get it to fit. I'm not going to knot it in there. There's no reason for it to go through there anyway. I guess. I don't know. Either way, I wasn't doing it right. It wasn't really working. So I'm just going to knot it on this side of the fan so that it can't get pulled through, and that should be enough. We'll see. All right, just a little double wire nut here to see what happens, and fuck it, let's see what happens. I'm gonna plug her in. Right, here's your moment of zen. There you go. Well, it's not particularly happy. There we go. It's not the happiest little machine in the world, but it's running. So now we'll try and get it all packed back into that motor housing. I did double wire nuts, not the best move, but this I've found generally that this old cloth wiring is really a pain in the ass. There's like this hard plastic on the inside of it. It's a huge pain in the ass. So there we go. It ran. Let's see if it starts up easier. Yeah, it's gonna need a lot more oiling, but at least it's got power. All right. All right, I thought better of the double wire cap thing because this wiring, you know, the plastic wiring was just cracking everywhere, and I just thought better of it. So we're trying again with the regular. We'll do just one wire cap. I was labeled. This came out clean. This one I had to clean off. Came out all right though. Not the end of the world. And next step. All right, gentlemen, here she is. My head wire is way too long, as you can see. But you know, I didn't really measure it up. I wasn't sure how it was all going to pan out anyway. But we got it all tucked in the motor housing, and here it is. There you go. Not sure what the sound is. It might just be the wire nuts rattling inside the motor housing. But there it is. We're not running on the switch. We're just power on, power off with the cord. Not the happiest thing. Oil in it, see if it sort of frees up over time. But you know, we got it cleaned up as much as we could. We're not going to repaint it or anything like that. I don't even know if you can find this colored paint. So there she is. Vornado Jr, late 50s. And yeah, it's not the happiest machine, but you know, we got it running. Got a new cord on it. Cleaned all the crap off of it. Dust, dirt, mouse poop. So there you go. Little Vornado Jr. Thanks for watching this little series. I know it's a long video. I didn't really expect to do this all in one shot today, but it was pretty easy to do for someone like me. So it wasn't so bad, you know. Something like that is a whole other thing. Everybody's saying, dude, watch out for the pot metal, and you're absolutely right. I put a magnet on these, and it's absolutely pot metal for the front and back half. So obviously, you got to be friggin' careful, or you'll break it, which we don't want to do. But you know, that's a much more challenging project anyway. So we're gonna let that guy hang back. But at least the blades are freed up, and we know that there's a little potential for that guy. Century. So there you go. Thanks a lot for watching, little Vornado Jr. And we'll see you next time. See, she's cleaning out already. Watching. A little better. She's starting to get some oil in her now. Better start up. Let it run for about 15 minutes. So that's a lot better. Look at that. It's a lot better. It's still noisy, and part of that could be it's on this table. Anyway, so there you go. Fucking Vornado. I won't run it unattended, so I'm going to leave it off for now. But we'll run it over the next few days and see if it cleans out, as they say. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.